what's up? My name is Chelsea and welcome to my channel. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. Welcome back to my channel if you're a repeat watcher or if you're brand new here. I'd love for you to like the video or leave a comment or even subscribe. Just to give you a little overview, I love to do photography, lifestyle, and home related content. For this week's video, I wanted to share with you guys my favorite creative apps, the ones I use for photography and the ones that I use for YouTube, like creating the thumbnail or any kind of graphic like that. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first couple of apps that I want to show you are the ones that are my go-tos, and they're going to be ones that you're definitely more familiar with. You don't have to be a photographer to use these apps, but they are Lightroom. Lightroom is where I put every single picture I take into to edit it, whether it's for myself, for a friend, for a client, it's gonna go through Lightroom. And that's where I'm gonna make most of the editing decisions are in there. I have a couple of presets that I have created that I really just have as a go-to and absolutely love them. Maybe eventually I will sell them, but here is just a quick example of what I'll do when I come into Lightroom. So I don't exactly have a preferred editing style yet because I really enjoy many different styles, but I'm trying to condense it into one cohesive look for my feed. So this is what I'm kind of favoriting now. The next app that I'm going to show you is one that you may or may not already know about. It's called Retouch, and this app is really good, especially if I'm editing with my phone, because it can do kind of what Photoshop does in taking out things that you don't want in the photo. So for example, I will go to this photo here and you see that right there. We want to remove that. So to remove this, what I would usually do is I would grab this tool, go like this, and voila, it's gone. I have used this app for years and I absolutely love it, would definitely recommend it. It has helped me so many times. Okay, so the next app is one that you have definitely already heard of and probably already used, and it is Facetune. And the only things I've really ever used it for is to smooth skin, whether someone has a pimple that they really don't want in the picture, I'll use that and just smooth it out. And I use it to whiten teeth. I've used it in my photos to whiten mine and my clients and friends as well. So just to give you a quick look at what I'll usually do, I'll just grab a random photo. This one will work. And the first thing I'll usually do is smooth the skin. So I'll grab that tool and do that now. Okay, and then next I'll go in and whiten the teeth. I will do this really subtly because I hate when you look at a photo and someone's teeth are unnaturally white and it's like, why would you do that? But to each their own, I guess. So for me, I just do it very subtly, enough that it makes a difference, but not enough for it to look over edited and all of that. But yeah, so that's the before and after, and that's what I'll do. The next couple of apps that I'm going to share with you are ones that I use to edit my stories. I use these on my personal page and on my photography page. The first one that I'm going to show you is the one that I use to edit the videos I put in my stories, and it is called Film, F-I-L-M-M. And it was created by Zoe Sugg and Alfie Days. I'm pretty sure it was both of them. I know Zoe is a co-founder, and I think Alfie is too, but it is one of my favorite go-to apps. And they have where you can buy different kind of packs and things like that too, if you want more creative freedom and things like that. So for an example, I'll take a random video, this one right here, and then I'll figure out how exactly I want to filter it. Then after that, I will add some kind of effect on it, whether it be a film or a flare or, you know, anything like that. And then there you have it. The next app that I want to share with you is the Pezza app, and I know that one is very popular, but I use it in kind of a similar way as I do the Film app. So here's just kind of an example of what that app can do. And here's the result, looking spiffy. That was so dumb. Okay. The next one that I really love to use is the template app. And this one is really handy because you can make bulk stories all at once so you can see what they're all gonna look like, and then save them and then post them. I think you can also do this with your feed, but I really have only used it for stories. For example, if I was going to create a specific story, this is how I would do it. And here's what this story would look like. And if you've already seen this, let me know down below. That means that you already follow me on social media. And if you don't already follow me on social media, I would love for you to. My Instagram is @ChelseaG Photography, but don't worry, I'll link it down below for you. And then another really popular app is and I don't use this one super often, but I do like it for the extra effects put on, not necessarily the filters. An example photo that I have used the effects with would be this one. But here's also an example of how I use it. And here's the finished product. The next couple of apps that I'm going to show you are the ones that I use to create thumbnails and any kind of graphics that you may see in my videos. If you've watched my video on my vintage cameras, those little dividers in between each category, I also created those with these apps. So the first one that I want to share is the Pixar app. And I know this one kind of became popular a little bit on TikTok. I've only used it a couple times, but I really do love it. So the very first thumbnail that I made on my channel was made mostly through Pixar. I first took it through Lightroom and then added on the graphics in Pixar, and I'll kind of show you how I did that. So the next app that I'm going to show you, I think, is the last one, and it is the one that I usually create all of my graphics on, and it is Canva. One of my favorite things about Canva is that if I'm logged in on the app and logged in, on a computer or something like that, it saves it on both ends, so wherever I left off on whatever device, I can pick up on the other one just seamlessly, and it's wonderful and I love it. So the little category dividers that I created in my vintage cameras video, I created using the Canva app. And the last couple of thumbnails for my YouTube videos I also created with the Canva app. So I'll show you how I made the thumbnail for this YouTube video using this app. And that is how I made the thumbnail for this video. One bonus app that I will share is for any Canon camera users, and this app is the Camera Connect app. This is the one that I use with my Canon camera, and it allows me to use my phone as a remote for my camera to set a timer to take a picture. It doesn't let you record any video using your phone as a remote, but you can also Wi-Fi send. If your camera is the Wi-Fi type, you are able to save the pictures from your camera onto your phone immediately. Then I can put those pictures into the Lightroom app and I can use them on my phone, or when I open my laptop, I can use them on there as well. So it's really helpful. I absolutely love it. It has saved me a couple times, especially doing family pictures where I'm the designated picture taker. So you set your camera up on a tripod, and instead of just setting the timer and running away and hoping that everything looks good, you can live view the photo as it's being taken, so you can see exactly how it's gonna look when you take it. And then you've already got your timer set, take it, boom, seamless, wonderful. So if you haven't already used the Camera Connect app for Canon, I would highly suggest you start using it because it is such a great help. All right, well, those are all of the apps that I personally love and would recommend to anyone editing their stories or their photos in their feed or thumbnails or anything like that. Let me know if you decide to use any of these apps, and if there are some that I didn't mention that you think are really cool and I should check out, you can also leave those down below. But these are the ones that I have found work best for me and my needs that I really, really love. Also, side note, none of these were sponsored. I wish that they were because I love all of them and could talk about them forever. But until that day comes when I have sponsors, this is just free information from me to you. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and a comment. I'd also really love it if you subscribe to me. I'm only a couple videos into my channel and I absolutely love every single bit of the process of it. I love sitting and editing. I love sitting in front of the camera and videoing. I love putting together the content. It's really fun for me, and I really love having a creative outlet to be able to get out some of my creativity and need for change. And I just really love having YouTube as a creative outlet for myself. Like I said before, if you haven't subscribed, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe or even share my video if you want to. I would really appreciate that. Thank you again so much for watching and for following me along in my YouTube journey. And that's it for this video. I'll see you next week. Bye.